What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. As you can see, we are back in the Platinum Pro, which is very exciting to me. It is so much fun to drive all these cars. I thank Toyota for letting me, but at the end of the day, this is where I want to be. I love this truck. I love driving this thing around. It may be a big truck, but it still moves pretty good. Even without the supercharger, I drove my father's 2018 yesterday, and it's still a fun truck to drive. But in having these press vehicles that I have every once in a while, even the things like the Corolla that we just had, the 8.6, I've had a Camry and Avalon, all of that. There's things I notice, I like to call them little Easter eggs, that have to do with the Tundra, and I'm going to explain this to you right now. Now, obviously, you're not going to look at a Corolla and say, well, yeah, there's a lot of similarity between the Corolla and the Tundra, because that's not the case. But what I do, being able to drive all of these vehicles that I get to drive all the time, I kind of take an inventory of what's going on in the vehicles. To me, it looks like, and it's pretty obvious at this point, that the Toyota brand is pretty much going global on all their vehicles. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of similarities in all of the newer gen Toyotas. Doesn't matter what model it is. The interior of the Corolla has a lot of similarities with the Camry, has a lot of similarities with the Tacoma. Everything's kind of going in this futuristic looking design is what I like to call it. And the Corolla that I just had, the hatchback, has that same exact thing going on. It has just a different kind of dash layout. Very sleek, not very classic looking, more of a modern look. There's little things on the outside of all the vehicles that are starting to look very similar. Headlights, taillights, maybe not exactly, but everything is looking way more sleek, way more of a design you wouldn't expect on like a Camry or a Corolla. And you know, even the stuff with the Tacoma. Basically what I'm saying is, I do my research through these cars for this truck for the next gen. I have a major feeling a lot of the things that are in these vehicles right now that you're seeing in the newer gen Toyotas, you're gonna see in the next gen Tundra for sure. Especially when it comes to interior features, dash layout, things like that. It seems to me that all of the cars and the trucks, because we got to include the 4Runner and the Tacoma, not so much the 4Runner. The 4Runner is kind of in the same boat as the Tundra. It's a little bit behind, and it's gonna have a next gen coming up where this will make sense for that. But even with the Entune system, the infotainment screen layout, all of it is just, it all kind of looks the same at the end of the day. The screens are a little bit bigger in all of these vehicles now. They were talking about having the biggest screen will be in the next gen Tundra. They want the 12.3 inch screen to be industry leading in the screen size. Of course, that's just speculation. We'll have to see what actually happens with that. But that is one thing that I'm noticing from all of these vehicles, even though they have nothing to do with a half-ton truck like this, the Tundra. There are a lot of things that are very, very, very similar in it. And I think we're gonna see a lot of these little Easter eggs here in the Tundra. But as far as this Tundra here goes, it's just really nice. Listen to that. You can't get mad at that. You got the supercharger up front, you got the BA muffler system in the back. And by the way, BA muffler system, I think I've had it on now for about 2 weeks. I absolutely love it. You know, being in these small little sports cars for the past few weeks has been fun. A lot of good handling experiences, good power delivery, manual transmission, all fun. But nothing is like the Tundra to me. You know, it's a little bouncy. I don't have the rear sway bar on, so, you know, kind of bounces all over the road a little bit, but I like it. I just like being in a truck. At the end of the day, it really depends who you are and what you're into, but for me, I'm a truck guy. I just like being in a half-ton pickup truck. I like the space. Obviously, there's a lot more space in these vehicles than in those small little cars that I've driven. But like I said, at the end of the day, I really want to hear what you guys think. Do you think, or do you agree with me that there are a lot of things in all of these vehicles that will end up in the Tundra in some way, shape, or form? So comment below the video. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. It's good to be back in the Tundra, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this one. So take care.